Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show two main things. One is going to be adding materials to your individual document, the parts, and then also how to add in cameras and use those cameras to render the images. Alright, I just made a real quick simple shape building here just so I have something from scratch to work with. I have the exterior walls, I have a roof, I have a slab for a floor, and I added a little slab here as a countertop. Alright, so if I move this into the third dimension a little bit, I go view, change it from 2D wireframe to realistic. Alright, everything opens up or starts with this basic gray color. I'm going to hide my roof so I can see the inside. If I go to the render tab, materials browser is what I'm going to need. Alright, this top window here is all the materials that are loaded into the document. They're all just basic default ones, different grays, blues, clear glass, things like that. Down here at the bottom is the library of all the available things that you can load into this drawing. I'm going to pick a couple here. If I go up here to the top, this is a search bar. If I search for floor or flooring, I'm going to scroll down here and get some wood floors. Here, beechwood, rosewood. If I double click on it, it'll give me a preview of what it looks like as a cube and then a flat image. If I want to add it to the drawing, or this individual drawing, I go over here and click on this up arrow and I'll add it in. I'll need to paint. Sorry about that. Alright, so I search for paint. I get all the different types of paint in here. I'm going to pick an ugly but obvious color. I'm going to do orange. Add it to my drawing. Countertop. I'll do a marble or granite. And roofing. Shingle 3-tab gray. Alright, so I just loaded like 3-4 things. I can close this pop-up. All of the things I added would be up here in an individual drawing. Alright, let me bring my roof back and object isolation. So I'm going to do the roof first. I'm going to click on the roof, right click, edit object display. Alright, it's for materials, it'll say component, and then far right here is material definition. Everything's going to come up as standard. I'm going to create a new material. I'm going to call it roof. Hit OK, and it'll change it there. So that made a new material. This one will allow me to edit it. Alright, and if I click on Edit Display Properties, alright, if it doesn't already go over here to Other, if it looks like this, click on Other. Surface Rendering, Render Material, it does none. So I can go here and then I'll select my shingles 3 tab gray, hit OK, hit OK, hit OK, and I'll update it. Let me hide that so I can see inside now. Alright, flooring. So I'm going to click on the slab for the floor, right click. Now I have a couple options: edit object display, edit slab style. I'm going to do edit slab style. When you edit a slab or wall style, it should change all of that type of object. So I have just the floor selected. I didn't select the countertop. If I do it this way, it should change both at the same time. Alright, so I'm here at the Materials tab, add new material, flooring, hit OK. I'm going to change both of them just to be on the safe side. Alright, now I'm going to go to Edit Material, click here, and then I'm going to change to Beechwood Rosewood. Hit OK, OK. Alright, when I hit OK, both the floor and the countertop should change, and they did. Alright, if I want to change just my countertop here, I know it's floating, there's no cabinets, but I just made this to have a blank one from the beginning. So if I click on this countertop, right click, and I go to Edit Object Display, right, it won't let me change the material definition, but what I can do is I can override it. So I check those boxes, add a new material, countertop, edit. I'm going to check this box for style override. I'm going to change it from Beechwood Rosewood to, I think this was my multicolored granite. Hit OK, hit OK, hit OK, and it changed just that slab to that material. As far as walls, same basic thing. Right click, edit wall style, go to materials. I'm going to add a material, wall, edit, and I'm going to make it orange. Hit OK, hit OK. That should change all of them to orange. Now, for some reason, it changed my floor, or the slab as well. If I right click on it, if that happens, just go to Edit Object Display and do your override, edit, and Beechwood Rosewood, and that should change it back. There you go. So that's how you change individual ones. Let me show you how to add cameras in. So I'm going to click this button to show cameras. I'm going to click Create Camera. I'm going to click somewhere to place it. I can move my cursor to pick where it's looking. When I clicked, it disappeared. It is still there. I'm still in the command. It has other options down here. Hit Enter, and it will finish the command. Click on the camera to get a preview. Most of the time, it's going to default your camera to being on the ground or on the surface. So over here, if you want to have that up, so if I click on the camera, it gives me the preview. If I go to properties, it'll give me the properties here. and I can change. I have two different sets of X, Y, Z. Alright, so X, Y, Z are your coordinates. I have the coordinates of the camera and the coordinates of where it is looking. So if I change my camera Z to, let's say, 10 feet up in the air. Click on it, and I can look at it from that side. I can manually adjust where it's zoomed in or zoomed out. If I click on this middle handle, I can shift around where it's looking, and I can change the visual style in my little preview here. Let me add one more in here. Great camera. Alright. If you're having problems with cameras jumping to different parts that you don't want, like this little green triangle, if I click here, it didn't jump to it. Anyway, if you're having problems with it jumping to the object snaps, if you come down here, this is the object snap button, hit that, and then it will stop wanting to jump to those points. So if I place another camera, look at my beautiful countertop, hit enter, come over here, move it off of the floor, and I can place them to the inside. Alright, let me bring my roof back and object isolation. My roof changed on me, so I'm going to edit object display, edit style override, do my 3 tab. Alright, to render the camera images, I'm going to go to view. All the cameras that you place will show up here. If I go to this first one, alright, it'll go, so I'm basically looking in through that camera. And if I go to the little teapot here, click there, I get a little pop-up with options. You won't be able to install anything, so work without using Medium Images Library. And that'll take a second. I'll get this pop-up here. It will initialize. And then I'll start to render the image. Alright, once it's rendered, click on the save icon. And then I would save in the folder that you made. Alright, so it would be inside your H drive. And hopefully you made an architecture folder. And for the file name, I would put whatever this image is. If it's the exterior image, if it's living room, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, because it will make life easier. Hit save, and you can leave it as 32 bits. Hit OK. Alright, that one's done. You can close. If I go view, go to the inside camera, and I'll do the same thing. Work without. I'm hoping it shows up a little bit dark. If not, I'm going to show you how to add in lights anyway. Alright, so it is showing up as all black. To fix that, since the roof is on, it is, let me isolate, so I'll have to look through that. Alright, to add interior lights, I'm still in the render tab. Here's create light. There are different options. spot, distant, web light. I'm just going to do a point. I'm going to keep default lighting turned on. Alright, I can click to place my light. It disappeared when I clicked, but hit enter and it'll pop back up. Same as the cameras, it's probably going to default to being on the floor. So I'm going to raise it up in the air. And I can adjust the brightness by increasing the intensity here. I'm going to guess, just from messing around with it before, boosting the intensity to 3. Now if I go view, camera 2, render, teapot, work without. Now that there's a light source inside of the house, I should be able to see inside now. Same basic thing. Click the save button, go into your H drive, the folder we made, name it, hit save, hit OK, and then all those rendered images you'll use for your house listing. Right, hopefully that helps. If you run into any problems, let me know and I will give you a hand.